Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am at a special dealership in the GTA for reviewing one of the most nicest Lamborghinis that was ever created. This is the Lamborghini Aventador S, and one of the greatest specs on this car is this, the Batman spec. So let me show you everything about the Lamborghini Aventador S and talk to you about Lamborghini's history and the Aventador's history and what is the news about its successor. First of all, let me show you guys the keys of the Lamborghini Aventador. So the keys of the Aventador are actually really nice in some way, because you have the lock, unlock, trunk opening. In the back it says Lamborghini, and what makes it different from a normal Audi key is the Lamborghini logo right here. So that's pretty nice in my opinion, that it has a Lamborghini logo behind it. If you look at the front of this car, it looks really aggressive. So let me turn on the front headlights and then we'll talk about a bit more about the car. So here I get inside and the car is extremely loud, so let's turn it on. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button. And there the car turns on, getting the wheels straight. So this is with the full lights. This is with the car's hazards. And if I want to turn the high beams on, these are the high beams, these are the low beams. So I'm going to come outside real quick and show you guys the headlights. So as you can see, Lamborghini's designs of headlights. From the start of the Lamborghini Aventador, that was at 2012, from then Lamborghini introduced the Y-style DRLs with the projector setup inside and the hazards outside. It has a black housing inside the lights, and it actually looks really nice with this exterior color. It has a headlight washer too that's wrapped in black. It's usually in chrome or other colors, but overall the headlights look really sleek and it makes it look much more nicer. Because this is a North American spec, you have the side reflector right here. You have parking sensors with the car, so it's obviously easier to drive around. But if we come to the front of the car, where this car comes to another level of being aggressive, you can see it has a very aggressive front end where you can see there are vents here for taking the air inside and taking it out the sides. You have the Lamborghini logo and then the parking sensors. But overall, the satin paint takes this car to another level. It has windshield wiper, but it's not rain sensing. You don't have any safety systems like modern cars, but if you drive an Aventador, I don't think so you would need it. Let me show you the practicality of the Aventador. Now I'm going to show you the car's practicality. So you can open the front with the key and a button located on the driver's side. So I'm going to really quickly open that from here. I'm going to leave the scissor doors open because why not? It looks good at the end of the day. And then if I just pull this, I can lift the car's front, and it has a 240-liter storage capacity, and it just looks great how you have a lot of storage in a supercar but hypercar price. Now I'm going to show you the side profile, so let's get into that. Let's quickly close the door because the scissor doors has to go down if I show you the side profile. With this exterior matte black color, this car has these gloss black APP Tech 1 rims. These are the Lamborghini full gloss black rims that are option. With this you have the carbon ceramic brakes, and the brake calipers are painted in black with golden finishing. So it matches everything with the Lamborghini logo. You have Pirelli tires at the front. Overall, very grippy, really nice. The front tires are 255/30 ZR20s with strut suspension with coil springs, but it is adapted so it can be controllable. The exterior mirror is pretty simple, it's just a mirror, but overall from the A pillar to the B pillar is your window with your intake for taking the air in and shoving it to the engine so it can ventilate the engine. There's a button located here, you just press it, windows go down and your scissor doors go up. And when you come below that, you can see the car's side skirt. You have the Aventador written on the door sills that illuminate. You have this bigger intake that ventilates the car's engine, and you have another small button here. So if the power doors don't work, you just pull this and then it opens up. Pretty nice. Let's close the door now because we're pretty much done with the door. If you come to the car's rear wheels, you have Aventador S written there before we go there, and the rear wheels are more thicker than the front. You have Michelin's at the back, but the rear wheels are 335/25 ZR21s with carbon ceramic brakes. And it has LSD for a fact, because those 600 horsepower plus coming to the all four wheels, damn, it's a lot of power. But if we go up, there's some more intakes, because the normal Aventador didn't have this vent, the S does. This takes more air in and shoves it to the engine, and overall makes it cool so it can put the most amount of performance on the ground. If we go to the other side real quick, there is a fuel cap, obviously, or how are you going to fill up your car? So if you just press this and you can lift it up, you can fill up your Lamborghini Aventador, and the fuel cap has this very nice chromish look to it. Overall, this small touches make this car look much more nicer. This car doesn't have the glass engine bay. It has this engine bay, so you can't see anything. And overall, the matte black actually looks really nice. But the engine cover is very subtle, very simple. There is a rear spoiler that lifts up when you go to higher speeds and stuff. It says Lamborghini at the back. You have your upper stop brake light located here. You'll see that when I turn it on. The rear tail lights are wrapped in paper, so it looks more darker. You have the Lamborghini logo with the reversing camera with the number plate slot light. The exhaust is more different than the normal Aventador first gen, and you have more parking sensors and a complete different diffuser with your number plate slot of Eurocar exotics. I'm gonna get inside, turn the rear tail lights on now. So here we get inside again. Put on the brake, pressing the start button. And this is with the full lights. This is with the fog lights. This is with the hazards, and before putting it into reverse, there you go. And then I'm gonna put it back to neutral. You just pull both paddles and it goes back to neutral. Pull the parking brake up for safety reasons. And now I can come back there and show you, but I'm gonna turn the car off because that 6.75 liter is loud. You can see the rear tail lights are pretty much the same Y-style design, because the hazards are on, that's why it's blinking, but overall looks really nice. And you have the side reflector that is illuminated with the rear tail lights, and you can see the very nice vent with the parking sensors, and overall the rear tail lights look good in my opinion. And then you can see the Lamborghini logo and the tail lights on the other side, and you have the reversing camera right there. Overall, I think this is a great design. But this is not where the actual Aventador comes in. So let me talk about the car's powertrain. Let's show you guys the engine now. So for opening the engine cover, I have to open it from the driver's side. There's a button located behind the seats. Behind the seat, I mean on the driver's side. And then I can come here and then I can just get this up. Remember, the engine's always hot, so be careful and don't burn your hand. But hydraulic strokes are going to get the engine bay up. Like you know, this is a 6.75 liter naturally aspirated V12 that's powering almost 720 horsepower, 625 pound-feet of torque with its 7-speed single clutch transmission, and all of the power going to the 4 of the wheels. God damn, that's a nice looking setup. V12, loud, what else do you need? And why? What are the basic difference from the Aventador I reviewed in Toronto Auto Brokers and this? This is the S. That was the first gen Aventador. But make sure you hit the subscribe button right now if you want to see more videos like this. And if you want to watch that video, I'm going to put the link in the description. This is where you pour your engine oil. This is where you pour your steering fluid. You have the V12 right there with the crossbar on top of it. And overall, if you come behind here, you have your transmission fluid. And then you can see the car suspension that's sideways. And overall, just look at that V12. It's amazing. Let's close the engine bay because we're pretty much done. So let's get it closer and push. And now let's get inside the Aventador. So let me open the doors for you, and then I'll go from the driver's side. So at the inside, this car looks like a spaceship from the start. Look at the dash, it looks so nice. You have full leather on the top, you have your airbag placed right there. You have your Lamborghini written right here with your black leather and your golden stitching. You have your lockable glove box with decent amount of room inside. And then if I get that up, you can see the Lamborghini logo stitched on the headrest with those very nice looking seats that are very buckety, but not the most comfortable seats I've ever sat in. The headliner also has this very nice stitching, and it is like very lightweight, no sound insulation, I guess. But you have your light placements here and your button, so if the doors open, the light will automatically turn on. This is your rear view mirror. The car has a built-in dash cam. What else do you need? And it has an indoor dash cam too, so look at the inside. Pretty nice in my opinion. You have two AC vents here. You have one AC vent on the passenger side, so you can cool the car as fast as possible. And this is the button for opening the doors, so you just push here and you pull this, and then you can open the car's doors. Pretty nice in my opinion. Now let's come on the center console. So if I lift this up and if I press this once, the car is going on ignition, and now I can show you everything. This is for reverse, this is your parking brake, this is for lifting the car, this is for manual mode. These are your media controls for the infotainment system. These are your volumes. This is your start button, you can get that down. You have your drive modes. You have Strada, that's comfort. You have Sport, you have Corsa, and you have Ego. Ego is like the most performance model, but having like all the boost ready, so it doesn't affect your Ego. And Corsa is like the more like a truck-ish model. But it overall looks good and everything. AC controls right here for your temperatures, that is single zone climate control. And then you have the ESC off, the front lift, your hazards, parking sensors off, auto start stop, and the window openers. So for window openers, I just push this for go down, and then I have to lift it for getting it up. But I'm going to leave both of the windows down so more air can come inside. And then you have the infotainment system placed right there. It's pretty simple. It has Bluetooth and Apple CarPlay, but at the S and the other models it doesn't. But the last generation of the Aventador did get Apple CarPlay. That's cool. But if you come to the car's steering wheel now, steering wheel is fully leather strapped. It is really nice. It is adjustable from this button, so tilt and telescopic, however you want. It's pretty simple to use too. You have some buttons here for the screen right here. You have your volume buttons and your voice command with your collar mounted paddles at the back. Pretty nice in my opinion. Let me show you guys the instrument cluster, but you can see you have your rear view mirror that's auto dim. It says which direction you're facing, so north or west. It's saying north and west. So now let me show you the car's instrument cluster. Turning the instrument cluster on, I can turn the car on, but that's going to be really loud. So it says Lamborghini Aventador, and then you have the kilometers of the car with your parking brake button, so that's on, so that's the sign. If I put it in ignition, it's going to slightly turn on. I'm not going to turn the car on because it's really loud. This is for your warning, so the doors open, that's why this is on. This is for the car's engine oil temperature. This is for your fuel gauge. This is for your engine temperature. This is for your transmission temperature. This is your center RPM with all of your different gears. Over this side, you have the control where you can see your daytime time and outside temperature, or you can change it up to a dozen different things. Like you can control your media system, or you can go through some other stuff. It's up to you. Strada gets this screen. Sports gets a little more red. Corsa has this screen, so it's much more into like performance. And Ego also gets this screen. It's overall really nice in my opinion. Now let me go to the car's door. But for turning it off, I can just press this button. So you have some buttons here. This is for your auto headlights and your light control, and this is for the control of the instrument cluster brightness. You have the AC vent placement right there, and overall this is a nice place to be in. Your seats are obviously poweredly controlled, so no weight distribution. You have carbon fiber everywhere with your Aventador door sills, and it illuminates, so that's nice. And if you go all the way up from there to the door, you have the speakers here, you have your lock and unlock, you have your exterior mirror controls, you have your grab handle with your downward quilting, and then you have the car's exterior side warning light, so people can know that the door is open. Let's close the door because the scissor doors are the best doors in the world. And Lamborghini is the world's best manufacturer for building hypercars. So if you like this review, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks to Euro Exotic Cars for providing this car to me. I'm going to link their Facebook page, their contacts in the description. So if you need any cars, you can come here. They have two Aventadors. One is this, the Aventador S, and one is the first gen Aventador Spider. And overall, both are a very good piece of machine. Until then, Stay safe, stay home.